failed. Sometimes we give policy and some people might think the world has failed. But we tell you just to be patient, for you know that we are on the altar and speaking from the power of the Almighty God and speak only of that of which God has revealed. In the things and a lot of things God has revealed, and it's just like when I was talking about Nigeria and a lot of people did not think or believe. But at the end of the day, that matter is settled and we see what will happen as time goes on in the revelation that the Lord had given. But I tell you today too, to look at what the Lord is saying. Nor are they all children because they are Abraham's descendants, but through Isaac your descendants will be named. Through Isaac your descendant will be named. Verse 7 of the book of Romans chapter 9. Recapping what the Lord had spoken about and previously. For this is the word of promise. At this time I will come, and Sarah shall have a son. And if you remember, if you go to the book of Genesis in chapter 18, you will also see the same promise made to Abraham and Sarah. And not only this, but there was Rebekah also when she had conceived twins by one man, our father Isaac. For though the twins were not yet born and had not done anything, good or bad, so that God's purpose according to his choice would stand not because of works, but because of him, God who calls. You hear the word of the Lord as he spoken to you today. In the present, it is not because of works, but because of a promise. Because of a promise. Because of a promise. God chose Jacob and gave him 12 sons. And God used Israel as Jacob was renamed. We read about them before. To demonstrate his power. To demonstrate his power. To demonstrate his power. You hear in the passage we read, he was talking about Pharaoh being established and empowered that God will demonstrate his power. The power of the Almighty God, of which a lot of people take for granted. And here you heard him again to demonstrate his power. In the book of Romans chapter 9, making reference to the purpose, the reason. For those that think it's by work, it's not by work, but the Lord made a choice between two twins, between two of the twins. And he chose Jacob, to whom he gave 12 sons. Jacob being renamed Israel. The power of choice, the will of God, wanting the will of God and the choice of God, the will to fulfill the promise to Abraham through Isaac, and the choice of Jacob among the children of Isaac. The gift of inheritance. The gift of inheritance. Based on the free will of the giver. You go. I don't know if you have given a present to somebody before. When you give a present to somebody, then you choose who do you want to give a gift to? Who do you want to inherit? What you own, what you have. Who do you want to make a promise to? It is a matter of choice and will. And if it's you yourself makes the choice and the will of whom that you want to give a gift to, the choice of the gift to give to the person or an inheritance, it comes from your own free will. For you are the bequeather and you are the benefactor. And the person to whom that it is given is the beneficiary. The promisor and the promisee. So you must understand the importance of the key word in the season that we are in today. Inheritance, promise, covenant. For God made a covenant with Abraham. And therefore, being a promise keeper must keep his promise. And the Lord kept his promise through the son of Abraham, Isaac, but made a choice of one of the children. If you remember, as we can read, and I'm going to read some things, you're going to see the connection between the law and also without the law, the giving, the promise, the inheritance, the governance, the justice. And that is why you see Paul himself asking, or are you going to say that it's not just, that God is not just? When you give your own gift or make an inheritance unto somebody, do you not make it of your own free will and of your own choice, or do you let somebody else? Can somebody say that you are unjust or unfair for choosing to bequeath your wife or your husband or your children or any of your children? Does that mean that God does not like or hates? Did God hate Esau or Jacob? Did God love Jacob or hate Esau?